Back to Wiseman Company, everyone. Ben here. Today, let's talk about the Hill People Gear Snubby Kit Bag. This was sent to me by Ivan over at Kit Badger. Ivan's my buddy. Still smells like him. He did a review on this exact one 4 years ago and has been using it a lot. So this has some hard use on it. There's a little, looks like a little stain on it from God knows what he was eating. And there's definitely some sweat marks on it. I wanted to try it out. I'm a big runner. I've always liked running. Carrying stuff while you're running has been a challenge. I like using fanny packs, but I wanted to give this one a go. We're gonna take this over to the tabletop, do a little loadout on it, show you what it's all about, to give you guys some better perspective on this little kit bag. This is kind of actually a long-term review since this particular piece of gear has been going for quite some time now. And just to get it out of the way right now, everything looks pretty much intact. No weird threads that are coming undone. Maybe a little discoloration from the original model. This is like their kind of greenish gray color. But other than that, everything is as it should be. Zippers still work great. Pockets don't have holes in them. So kind of a testament of time. And I always say time is the best test of reliability and durability. This little snubby's still going strong. So thank you to Ivan for letting me borrow it. Let's get into some of the details, and we're gonna do kind of a mock loadout with this, so we can see what we can fit in there, what we can't, to give you guys an idea in case you guys want one of these little snubbies. They do make larger versions of this. This is the smallest one that I know of, so this is very minimalist. Let's go ahead and try to pack it out and see what we can come up with. Okay, packing this thing out. There's only 2 spots to stick stuff. Little small front pocket, large rear pocket. Let's start with the large rear pocket. Inside here, you're gonna have some Velcro. This is the loop portion, and a little loop tether down here. This is so you could tether a holster in here or whatever, maybe a fixed blade, the sheath of a fixed blade, whatever you'd want to tether down here at the bottom so the whole holster doesn't come out with it. Up front here, there's 2 little pockets for organization, so you could stick cell phone in there, something like that, maybe a SWAT tee. But if I was going for a run, this is how I would load it out, and this is what I've found works best. I'm right-handed, so I'd stick the handgun in there. I'm not going to use a trigger guard. I'm just going to leave the mag in, nothing in the chamber, zip it up. This pocket right here is where my cell phone is going, and I'll use Bluetooth headphones, and I can even use actually, old school headphones with the wire still attached, just run it through there, and it works very, very nicely. If you're sticking a handgun in here without a holster, like a trigger guard of some sort, I wouldn't chamber it. I would leave mag in, nothing in the chamber. So when you do pull it out, you will have to chamber the round, or you're going to need to put some sort of trigger guard in here that's tethered at the bottom like I showed you previously. But Glock 19, no optic on top, just irons, fits very nicely. 26 would fit very nicely. This is an older design, and I can tell with this Snubby Kit Bag that they didn't, this was made and designed during a time when optics on handguns weren't as popular as they are now. So to stick, let's say, this 19X in there is a little bit more challenging. As you can see, it'll fit. It would fit fine if it didn't have an optic on top. But since it does, it just wants to bind a little bit on top of that optic. It'll fit in there, but it is snug, and getting it out may not be the easiest. So keep that in mind if you're running optic on top. And granted, this is a big optic, but I've also tried this with RMRs as well, and it's a tight fit as far as the height of the Snubby Kit goes. So just keep that in mind. If you're running a straight iron sight gun, you can probably get away with a full-size Glock 17. You can get away with full-size Glock 17, but as soon as you start increasing the height of the handgun, it makes it a little tricky for these little kits. All right, so the handgun in there. Let's check it out with a soft tee. It's a little too tall to stand up like this, and you probably could do it Nah, it's too tall. You could lay it in there sideways if you wanted. Lay it in there sideways. So you have a handgun and a tourniquet in here now. Probably still no room for your cell phone unless you just wanted to let it hang out the top like that. That kind of looks trashy and terrible though. But, I mean, that's a pretty thin, small tourniquet, and it just kind of makes an odd shape if you're packing a gun in here as well. So, you can do it. Then you could add some, maybe some gauze for packing. Maybe some quick combat claws. So now we got tourniquet in there, gauze, quick clot gauze, and that is packed to the brim. Still got that handgun in there, as you can see. No optic on top. But you're definitely, with the smaller Snubby Kit bag, you're going to kind of have to pick and choose some essentials. You won't be able to carry everything, like a full-blown med kit and a handgun. Now, no gun, no cell phone. We have this empty. If you just wanted to make this strictly just a medical kit, you could get a lot of good medical stuff in here. So let's just do it. Chest seal, trauma shears, stick our gauze up front like they were in these little pouches. Stick our tourniquet back in here. Some gloves. Seal that up. Pharyngeal for your airway. Maybe like an ace wrap. All that in there. Zipper up. All in there. Pretty extensive little med kit. You have these little tabs down here. You could hang stuff off the bottom here if you wanted to. But if you're just going to use this as a strictly medical little chest rig, you can get a decent amount of medical equipment in there for the size that it is. Sometimes this little Snubby Kit just doesn't do the best of both, defensive and medical. You gotta kind of pick and choose, like I was saying. All right, let's give you guys some body shots to show you how this fits on me, how it looks, give you guys an idea how it moves around, how much it doesn't move around. Real quick though, this is 500D Cordura. This harness in the back is mesh, which allows it to breathe, and it keeps it really stable on your body. This is one of the better harnesses I've ever come across as far as like chest rigs go. It works really well. This was an awesome idea by Hill People Gear. It does have 1, 2, 3, 4 attachment points on the actual bag. The only way to get in it is this one clip right here. So you unclip it and then just throw it on your head. Dive your left arm through, throw that clip over the back. This is already sized up for me because obviously I've been using it. And you clip in. Now, I like it as high on my chest as I possibly can. The adjustment here is awesome, and the keepers that they keep with or give you with the actual rig do a great job of keeping all that slack out of your way. And as you can see, very low profile, thin, comfortable. You can run around, move with it, no issues at all. And again, and this is how I get to the gun if I need to. I keep these up here in the right-hand corner, the zippers, and I just leave a little bit of space there so when I get to it, I can pull down just like that. And you really need to be intentional about doing that. You got to pull down, you can get in there and get your handgun. Now I'm going to have to chamber as soon as I get it, but if I got a trigger guard or something like that, like a Raven Concealment, like a Vanguard, or QVO makes a trigger guard. There's a bunch of people that make trigger guards out there. I could tether it to that little loop in the bottom, where when I pull this, the trigger guard's staying in and just the gun's coming out. So give you an idea right there. Fast motion, pull, grab the gun, out. All right, guys, there it is, the Snubby Kit Bag from Hill People Gear. Like it a lot. Well made. As you can see, it's 4 or 5 years old. Still, all the stitching's still good on it. Everything fits as it should. Hill People Gear, they make great stuff. They really, really do. Guys, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Go over to wisemancompany.com. That's the best way to support us. A lot of great gear over there for you guys to pick up. Go check out Ivan's channel, Kit Badger. And he has a website, kitbadger.com. Go support him. Thank you for letting me borrow this, Ivan. And we'll see you on the next video, guys.